So yes, it is possible to increase minion production yield by more than 11 times, which is insane. It's not super practical, but we are going to be going over practical ways to increase minion speed by a large amount, and this is more of a tutorial, so if you want to skip to the end to where we increase that minion speed, there are timestamps, but we are going to be going over every way to increase minion speed. So let's get started. First of all, we have fuels. This is the most obvious. We have the list of fuels here. The best fuel is Enchanted Lava Bucket because it is infinite source and plus 25%. Magma Bucket and Plasma Bucket can be crafted with bits, however they are super expensive. And Catalysts, similarly the Hyper Catalyst can be crafted with bits, but this is an important note for later. It doesn't decrease the time between actions, but instead it triples the output item, and then for Hyper Catalyst it quadruples the output item. Next we have Minion Expanders. So these go in the upgrade slot of the minion, which would be these bottom two slots. And if you put one in, it increases the minion speed by 5%, and if you put two in, it increases it by 10.25%. So if we put the first one in, the minion can now reach this extra dirt area that is untilled, and if we put two in, it can now reach this cobblestone. So you don't even need this layer here, or even this layer outside, to get the speed boost. It will say the location is not perfect. We'll get the boost from the minion expanders. However, if a minion is placed down like this, the best upgrades are diamond spreading and super compactor in most cases. Next we have talisman. There's only one talisman that boosts minion speed on your private island, and this is the potato talisman. It boosts potato minions by 5%, but you must be on your island. Next we have crystals. So there are 6 different crystals, however there's only 3 that are actually useful. So we have the wheat crystal and the netherwort crystal, which are obtained from the floating islands. The wheat crystal will grow wheat on tilled land, so as you can see it will place a wheat right here, and there you go. This, I did some calculations and it is about a 40% boost. And then similarly for netherwort, it works the same way. It will grow netherwort on soul sand. This has an effective radius of 5, and this one has an effective radius of 6. So next we have the farm crystal, which is obtained from pumpkin collection. This can be placed on your private island and increases the speed of nearby farming minions by 10%. This does not include the mob minions, only the crop minions, so no like pig or sheep, only wheat, potato, carrots, and so on. It has an effective radius of 8. This is the layout. So this would be the farm crystal, represented by the green square, and then you could fit 6 into these red squares. You can only have one of each crystal on your island, and they're only active when you're on your island. Next we have pets. So there are 4 pets that boost minion speed. The first one is the ocelot pet, which boosts foraging minions by 30% at max, and this is for rare, epic, and legendary. Next we have the rabbit pet, which increases farming minions. Again, this is only the crop minions, not the mob minions. And at rare it does 25% boost at max, and then epic and legendary is 30% boost. Next we have magma cube minion pet, which boosts slime minions and magma cube minions. So at common and uncommon max, it will do a 20% boost. At rare, it will do 25% boost. Epic and legendary will do 30% boost. Lastly, we have chicken pet, which boosts chickens, of course, and only at a rarity of legendary will it boost chickens by 30% if it is maxed. Okay, next we have coal for president. So if we warp to hub right now, in the hall here, if we go to the election warp room and we see coal here, he gives 25% boost to mining minions. Now of course this isn't a consistent boost because he is not always a candidate and he won't always be elected. And lastly we have AFK machines. So if we go back to this wheat minion, we can see he has time between actions 7.2, which means 7.2 seconds and he will break a crop. And then next 7.2 seconds, he will regrow that crop. This is the same for every minion, so if we go to this slime minion, he has a 10 second time in between actions, so every 10 seconds he'll spawn a slime, and then 10 seconds later he'll kill it. However, if we set up a machine like this, where water pushes it into cactus and then into a hopper system, the minion no longer needs to spend an action on killing the slime because the cactus does it for it. That is doubling the production speed of these minions. This works for any mob minion that can go in the water and float to the middle, so this excludes blaze and gas. However, for gas, you can make a suffocation machine where the walls itself kill the gas for the minion. However, make sure your mob noises for hostile creatures are low, else you'll just be hearing this. We also have cobblestone, which you can put cobblestone generators here, so the cobblestone minion does not have to focus on spawning cobblestone, it can just break them. And I set this up in a way based off of Time Dio's design where the water will flow down and then break the crops. So this is where wheat and netherwort crystals become even more useful, because now we can put them here and then till land here, and then the netherwort crystal and soul sand here. So the water will come down when the cobblestone minion breaks it. Now you can double the speed of farming minions if you put, say, a netherwort minion here, and then the water will harvest it, so the netherwort minion can just spawn instead of harvesting, or you could use any crop minion like potato or mushroom. Alright, so we can combine a ton of these concepts for very efficient minions that are cost efficient as well. So for example, if we use this mob spawning mechanism, we have the lava bucket, which increases the production speed by 25%. So this is where minion expanders actually become useful as well, because diamond spreadings only work when a minion is collecting the item, and since these items are all being collected in the hoppers, there's not much use for it. So we could put a minion or expander or even two minion expanders in here. I put a super compactor here because sometimes when I'm AFKing overnight I'll get kicked, so the minion will start to collect the items itself. And then I have equipped my magma cube minion, so this will also give it a boost here. So if we combine all of these boosts, we have the 2x speed of the AFK machine, we have the 25% boost of the enchanted lava bucket, which we would write like this. We also have two minion expanders, or one. We'll just say one for now, which is times a 5%. And then we have the magma cube pet. So right now mine is level 72, which is a 26% boost. So this is what we would have here. And it works out to be 3.3 times the speed. This is super good. You could also do other mob minions. If you use a chicken minion, make sure to use a chicken pet. If you're using crop minions, you can use a rabbit pet. And with crop minions, you can use the cobblestone generator to automatically harvest it, or you can use the crystals to boost the speed. Remember to only use minion expanders if your minion is not collecting the item. If your minion is collecting the item into its inventory, use a super compactor and a diamond spreading. So for crop minions, say we're using a potato minion, we could do a 25% boost from the lava bucket. If we use a potato talisman, we can do a 5% increase. And then a maxed rabbit pet would make it another 30% boost. And on top of that, we could use a farm crystal, which is a 10% increase. So that would be times 1.1. And then that would give us a 1.87% speed. Alright, so what if we came to our wheat minion here? I bought catalysts and also a hyper catalyst upgrade from the bit shop. But remember, this will be useless in our AFK machine because it does not increase the production, it rather increases the production yield. And since these minions aren't collecting any of the items, it will be useless. If we put it in our wheat minion, as well as putting a farm crystal, which is a 10% boost, and a wheat crystal, which works out to be about a 40% boost, and put a minion expander instead of our diamond spreading. Remember, this is kind of useless, but we're just doing it for the memes. And we had a maxed rabbit pet. So if we combined all of these, we'd have a 4 times speed from, or a 4 times production yield from the catalyst, times a 10% speed from the wheat crystal, or farm crystal, sorry, plus a 40% boost from the wheat crystal, plus a 5% boost from the minion expander, and then a 30% boost from a maxed rabbit pet, we would have 8.4 times speed, which is really good, but still not enough. So if we came to this cobblestone minion here, and we rigged it with cobblestone generators, and then put hyper catalysts, and then 2 minion expanders, which is impractical because you kind of need a super compactor, but we're just doing it for the memes. And then if coal was president, so if we put that all together, we have 4 for the hyper catalyst, times 2 for the generators, times the minion expanders, which would be 10.25%, which is written like this, and then times the boost we would have from coal for president, that'd be 1.25, and then this yield would give us 11.25.